Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to start with a new concept, and that name of the concept is electric power. If you remember your class 9th, then we have already learnt about this concept and what is power. The rate of doing work is called power. Okay, so in the case of electricity, when we study about electricity, here also the rate of consumption of energy is also related to the same concept. Okay, so what is power? Electric power. The rate at which electric energy is dissipated or consumed, okay, in an electric circuit is known as electric power. This is called electric power. And how it is given? It is given by an expression P is equal to VI. Okay, where P is related to power, V is potential difference and current. Okay, or we can also write it P is equal to V, I square R. From where this has come? V is equal to IR. Okay, so we have replaced V by Ohm's law. V is equal to IR, so it becomes I square R. Fine. Or we can also write, or P is equal to, if I replace I, what according to Ohm's law, what I will become? I will become V upon R. Okay, so if I replace it I by V upon R, then what it will become? It will become V square upon R square. If I replace I with V upon R, then it becomes V square upon R square into R. So what it will become? R will be omitted and it will become V square upon R. Okay, so in terms of Ohm's law, we can use it in this way. Okay, now SI unit of electric power. What is SI unit of electric power? It is watt. SI unit of electric power is watt. Okay, now it is, or symbol is capital W. Now the power consumed by a device, if I ask you, define 1 watt. Define 1 watt, an important concept. What do you mean by 1 watt? Let us see. Define, very important. 1 watt. When do we say that an object, electrical device, shows power of 1 watt? Okay, so how it is defined? Let us see. The power consumed by a device that carries 1 ampere of current when operated at a potential difference of 1 volt. Okay, when 1 ampere of current is being operated at potential difference of 1 volt, then we say that 1 watt power is being generated. Okay, so the definition: the power consumed by a device that operates on, or that carries 1 ampere of current when operated at a potential difference of how much? Of 1 volt. Okay, then we say it is 1 volt. Okay, so how to write mathematically? 1 watt is equal to 1 watt is related to P. P is equal to VI. Okay, so into is equal to 1 volt into 1 ampere. Okay, then we say that it is 1 volt. I hope the things are clear to you. Okay, so what is 1 watt? 1 watt is equal to 1 volt into 1 ampere, or we can say 1 VA, volt ampere. Okay, so the unit watt is very small. Why? Because we are talking about per second. So in actual practice, what happens? We use a larger unit, and that larger unit is kilowatt. Okay, larger unit of power. So it is equal to 1000 watts. How many? 1000 watts. Fine. So since the electrical devices or the electrical energy is product of power and time, okay, E is equal to P into T. So the unit of energy is what? Watt hour. Okay, so if energy is equal to P into T, it means energy, what is the unit of this? Power is watt into time. Okay, because we are talking about bigger units, so it becomes watt into watt hour. Time we are taking in hour. Okay, so watt hour, W, capital W, small h. Fine. But 1 watt hour is the energy consumed when 1 watt power is used for 1 hour. Okay, so the commercial unit of energy is kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour, the commercial unit, okay, of electric energy, what is it? It is kilowatt hour. Is kilowatt hour. And how it is written? Or in subscript small k WH, kilowatt hour. Okay, so it is also known as unit, commonly called unit. 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1 unit. Okay, so if we have to convert, because this you have learned earlier also in your class 9, so let us again see. If we are to convert kilowatt hour into joules, then what we will do? Conversion of kilowatt hour into joules. Important. Okay, how to convert it? See, 1 kilowatt hour is equal to how much? 1 kilo means 1000. Okay, watt means joule per second. Fine. Into 1 hour, we will convert hour into seconds. So it becomes 60 into 60 seconds. Clear? Seconds and seconds cancelled. It becomes 1000 into 6636 00 or joule, or we can write 36 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 joule, or in standard form we will write what it becomes 3.6 into 1 2 3 4 5 6, so 10 raised to power 6 joules. So 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to power 6 joule. So this is how we can convert the kilowatt hour into joules. Okay, so it can be used in the numericals as well as you can be asked to convert it also in 1 mark or 1.5 mark. You can be asked to convert 1 kilowatt hour into joules. Now when our electricity bills are generated, so you over there you might have seen also, or your parents talking that how much electricity has been used. Then what do they say? That they will say some number of units. Okay, so that unit only we are talking about. Okay, this is the only unit that we are talking about. That when electron moves, so how much electron is not being consumed, but when it moves, it is doing some work. Okay, so we pay the electricity board or electric company to provide energy to move electrons. Okay, so how much work is being done on electrons when they are moving in the circuit? We are giving that money. So now let us do some numericals based on the same concept. Okay, so to make the concept more clear, there are some numericals. And the numerical is from your NCERT only, based on the concept of power. So the statement goes like this: an electric bulb is connected to a 220 volt generator. The current is 0.50 ampere. So what is the power of the bulb? So let us first collect the data. What is the data given? An electric bulb is connected to a 220 volt generator. So what is potential difference? That is V is equal to 220 volt. Okay, then the current is 0.50 ampere. Current I is equal to 0.50 ampere. What we need to find out, what is the power of the bulb? P. Okay, so what is the formula? We will write, we know that P is equal to VI. Always remember that when you are attempting the numericals, you have to do it in step by step condition. Okay, first collect the data so that you come to know what we are going to discuss about. Then write down the formula. You get marks for this. Okay, so put the values now. P is equal to, what is V? 220 into 0.50. Okay, we are going to multiply it. So what it becomes? It will 5 to the 10, 5 to the 10, 11, 0. Okay, so one more 0, and what it will become? 1, 2, 1, 2. So it is 110 joule per second, or we can say it is decimal here. So 110 watt answer. A very simple question. Okay, let us come to the next one now. An electric, I hope it is clear. This question was from your NCERT only, page number 219. So next question. An electric refrigerator which is rated 400 watts. Okay, so power is given. Let us write down. Power is equal to 800 watt. Always focus on the unit. From that only you will come to know what the question is being asked about. So an electric refrigerator which is rated 400 watt, okay, operates 8 hours per day. Time, we are going to talk about time now. So what is the time? Time is 8 hours per day. Okay, there is some meaning of this per day. Now, what is the cost of the energy to operate it for 30 days at rupees 3 per kilowatt hour? Okay, so what is being asked? Time duration. How many days? For 30 days. So what we are going to do? We are going to discuss about the total energy that is being consumed by the refrigerator in 30 days. Okay, so it becomes the total energy okay, consumed by the refrigerator in how many days? In 30 days. Would be what it is going to be like. We are going to discuss about 400 watt into how many hours per day? 8 hours per day. Okay, so per day means for how many days? Into 30 days. Okay, so it becomes what? We are going to multiply all and we will get is equal to 96,000 watt hour. Okay, because our time is there, watt. Okay, so we have converted it into this. So it means we will convert it into kilowatt hour because our question is related to kilowatt hour. So 1 kilowatt hour is equal to how many watt hours? 1000. So it becomes 96. We will divide it by 1000 and it will become kilowatt hour. Okay, it becomes 96 kilowatt hour. So what is the cost of 1 unit? It is 3 rupees. So for 96, how many it will be? So we will write here the cost of energy to operate the refrigerator for 30 days. For 30 days is equal to how much? 96 into 3. Okay, for 1 unit 3 rupees is the charge. So for 96, how many it will become? It will become 288 rupees. Rupees is always written here. So answer. So how much money is to be invested for this? 288 rupees electricity bill sort of we can have like this. So what you need to do is, again let us see, power is given and it is given time also. For how many hours per day? 8 hours. And it is working for how many days? 30 days. So the total energy consumed by the refrigerator in 30 days would be what? It will be 400 watt into 8 hours per day into 30 days. In 1 day it is working for 8 hours. So total in a month, how much it is working for 30 days? So we will get 96,000 watt hour. So it is in watt. We are going to convert it into kilowatt because the amount or the expenses for 1 unit is 3 rupees. So we need to convert it into kilowatt hour. So the cost of energy to operate the refrigerator for 30 days would be 96 into 3 is equal to 288 rupees. So this is how we can do the question answers, numericals based on the concept of power. Now let us discuss some numericals on the basis of some like Ohm's law or series. Okay, so let us start with the concept, and it is again from your solved in text examples. The first question that we are going to study about or do is based on Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? What is the mathematical expression for Ohm's law? It is V is equal to IR. Okay, or so let us start with the statement. How much current will an electric bulb draw? How much current means we have to find out I. Okay, will an electric bulb draw from a 220 volt source. So it means potential difference PD is equal to 220 volt. According to the statement, you keep on revising and noting down the data. Now, if the resistance of the bulb filament is 1200 ohm, resistance R is equal to 1200 ohm. Ohm is the symbol that is used for the unit of resistance. Okay. Then how much current will an electric heater coil draw from a 220 volt source if the resistance of the heater is 100 ohm? So there are two cases. Okay. First case says that you have to find out the resistance. Sorry, current. Current is to be found out. You have potential difference, you have resistance. So in case 1, first case, V is equal to IR, we know this, and we have to find out I. So I is equal to V upon R. Okay, so these things have been given. So on this basis, we are going to put the values and manipulate the answer. So in this equation, we are going to put the values. I is equal to V is what? 220 upon R 1200. Okay. So what will be the answer over here? If we are going to calculate it, it will be like 0.18 ohm. 0.18 amperes current. Okay, we have found out the current. On calculating, we are going to get this value. Now second question is, how much current will an electric heater coil draw from, means again he is asking for the current. How much, second question, how much current will an electric heater coil draw? So what is not given? Current. Okay. Then from a 220 volt source, again potential difference is 220 volt. Fine. Then if the resistance of the heater coil is 100 ohm, again R is given 100 ohm. So same question, we need to find out I. So what is, according to Ohm's law, what did it say? V is equal to IR, I is equal to V upon R. Please show these in steps. You are going to get the benefit of this. Then put the values. I is equal to V. V is how much? 220 upon 100. R is 100. 100 is given, 100 ohm. So what will be the answer then? It will be I is equal to 2.2. Okay. So it will become 2.2 amperes. So we have now, what is the next? If the from now, what is the difference between the current drawn by an electric bulb and electric heater from the same 220 volt of the source? Can you see? In this it is 0.18 amperes and it is 2.2 amperes. So how much current is being drawn by whom? Heater is going to draw more current as compared to the bulb. Okay. So let us do one more question. I hope the things are clear in this question. Always remember that when you are reading the statement, at that time only start collecting the whatever the data is given in the question. Now let us see the next question. It is again from your numerical solved examples of your NCERT. The potential difference between the terminals of an electric heater is 60 volt. So straight away PD is equal to, potential difference is equal to 60 volt. Fine. Then next, when it draws a current of 4 ampere, so I is equal to 4 ampere. Okay. Then what current will the heater draw if the potential difference is increased to 120 volts? So again we have two cases over here. Okay. So first what we are going to do, we are going to find out resistance, because potential difference is given and current is given. Okay, so what is R in first case? So according to Ohm's law, what is the formula? V is equal to IR. We have to find out R, so R is equal to V upon I. Put the values, what it becomes? 60 upon 4 is equal to how much? It will become 15 ohm. So the value of resistance becomes 15 ohm. Now what is the next part? What current will be the heater drawing if the potential difference is increased to 120 volt? When it was 60 volt, then current was 4 ampere and the resistance found was 15. So resistance is going to remain same because the same condition, but only we have increased the potential difference. So how much current will it draw now if the potential difference has been increased to 120 volt? Means it has been doubled. Okay, so let us see second case. This was first case. Now potential difference is how much? 120 volt as per the statement. Current we need to find out. Resistance that we have found out will be same, 15 ohm. So again Ohm's law applying or according to Ohm's law. What it becomes? V is equal to IR. We have to find out I, or I is equal to V upon R. So what we will do? Put the values. V is how much? 120 upon 15. Okay, so when we have put the value, what we will get? We are going to get on 8 amperes. The current flowing through this becomes 8 amperes. Okay, so don't you think that it is double? If we have increased the potential difference to double, it was earlier 60, then we were having current 4 amperes. But when our potential difference has been increased to 120, almost double, so what will be the current? Current is going to double. Okay, so that only we got 8 amperes. So I hope the questions are clear to you. Very easy and simple numericals are there, but you need to practice them. Thank you.